Hey guys, welcome to the pond, or welcome back to the pond. I'm Jelena Prophet with Duck Pond Detailing, and today I'm going to show you all the products you need to give your car a nice spring deep clean. For most people, it is definitely 100% spring, and for some of us, it's entering into summer now that we're in May. But still, we are dealing with all the same problems that we're dealing with in spring, and we're at the peak of it right now. We're dealing with water spotting from our little mists and showers that bring May flowers. We're dealing with our pollen, bug guts, bird droppings, and just so much environmental contamination that loves to stick on our paint and loves to stick on our wheels during this season. And because of this extra dirt and grime, we got to use some different products than we normally would on a maintenance detail. Today's video is going to focus on products, and no product in specific. Of course, I will be using specific products in this video, but it will apply to any of your favorite brands. So when we use a wheel cleaner, you can use a wheel cleaner from your favorite brand, period. We're just going to be talking about the baseline basics of what you're going to need in order to keep your paint looking sparkly, shiny, your tires looking brand new and dressed, and also making sure that everything is well maintained and super clean. And of course, if you would like to pick up any of the products I used in today's video, I will leave my affiliate links down below. I do get 10% back in commission, but that 10% goes back into making these awesome videos for you guys to buy some awesome tools and products to showcase for you. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. All right, you guys, so sorry about the lighting. It is high noon right now, so the sun's directly above, and this is kind of in the shade because of the car, so we're dealing with some lighting issues. But right here we have all of the products that we will be using on this wheel. So the very first product we're going to be talking about is one that I pretty much mentioned in all of my videos at this point, and that is Garage Therapy Wheel Shampoo. I definitely think that this will help you guys wash your wheels at home. This is great for super dirty wheels to add extra lubrication, extra cleaning power, and also that rust inhibitors that it has. But this also works for maintenance too. So as you guys can see that these wheels super caked with brake dust. I haven't washed my car in a little bit on purpose so I can show you what it's like to actually clean a dirty vehicle. So what this is going to do is, again, add extra lubrication, add some foam to increase the dwell time of our wheel cleaner. So I highly recommend that you guys either pick up a dedicated wheel shampoo or use a pH neutral car shampoo in order to increase dwell time, slickness, and lubrication while cleaning. Next product we're going to be talking about is a citrus cleaner or all-purpose cleaner. And so what that's going to do is it can act as your wheel and tire cleaning combo if you have, say, carbon ceramic brakes where you don't really get brake dust, or if you are washing your car on a regular basis and you don't have baked in brake dust or really heavy grime. This works great for cleaning your wheels and tires, again, if your tires are maintained too. What this is also great for is it is really great for the fender wells. This one back here is carpeted, but my front ones are plastic. So that's really good at, breaking down all that road grime, traffic film that, starts getting caked up into the fender wells. But this also could be really good as a citrus pre-treat, where you spray down your wheel, you let it sit and eat and get most of that dirt and grime, and then you spray it off so that your wheel cleaner can, attack more of that embedded heavy stuff. So you're just thinking smarter. You're letting the chemical do the work for you instead of your agitation. Of course, we'll always need agitation, but it just increases, that cleaning ability, and it saves you a little bit of elbow grease. You're going to need a dedicated tire cleaner if this is your spring reset wash or you haven't really deep cleaned your tires in about a month. I kind of, rule by rule, like, using a dedicated tire cleaner on my tires once a month and always on my customers' vehicles because you never know the condition of the car. So we're going to be using detail code BDE as our dedicated tire cleaner. And then you got your wheel cleaner, you guys, your infamous wheel cleaners. And I would say please use a wheel cleaner with iron removing capabilities in it, such as Yum Wheels. This is just going to help with, like you guys weren't really washing your cars in the winter if you have, snow and stuff. And especially if you're detailing outside, that's like really difficult for you guys. So I guarantee that your wheels are super grimy, super brake dusty, like these wheels here. It's also a really good idea because in the springtime, in the summertime, we're driving our cars more, which means our wheels and tires are getting a lot more brake dust and grime on them. So using an iron removing wheel cleaner will help to eliminate those iron deposits. Then we want to, of course, protect our wheels, make it easier for us to clean the next time, stop the accumulation of brake dust, and add some gloss and slickness. And we're gonna do that with a touchless sealant like beads from Armor Detail Supply. Super easy to spray on, rinse off, and you got some protection there. Adds pretty much a couple seconds to your detail and not much more because you're not physically coming into contact with the wheels. So this is a really great option, and I definitely think you guys should be using a spray on rinse off sealant in order to be protecting your wheels this spring. Okay, now talking products in order to deep clean your paint, your glass, your trim, all that surfaces other than the wheels. We will need to start this process with a all-purpose cleaner or a citrus degreaser. Again, we already use this on our wheels and our fender wells, and so this is a really good versatile product. So this is the Clean APC by Armor Detail Supply. What we can do with this is dissolve bug guts, bird poop, lots of pollen, lots of traffic film. This is really great to use as a pre-treat where you just go ahead and mist down the whole car to get those heavy contaminants starting to be broken down. And then on top of that, you're gonna use a dedicated pre-foam. They come in many different types of alkalinity or pH, I should say. So some are more alkaline, some are pH balanced. This Yum foam is pH balanced, but it is a dedicated pre-foam, and you'll use that in your foam cannon to whatever dilution that needs. The reason why I would suggest using a dedicated pre-foam product is because it is specifically designed to dwell, to pull down. Use a snow foam, you guys. There are tons on the market, especially the UK brands have dedicated snow foams, and they really do work. You might say, hey, it's an extra product. Well, you're saving some time with that cleaning power, and you are, making your wash process a lot safer because you are not leaving as much contamination on the surface, but also because during the spring we have so much dirt, so much grime that accumulates on our vehicle that we gotta be safe. So sometimes a typical pH neutral car shampoo is not going to cut it, which is why, again, I suggest using a dedicated pre-foam. But then after we do that, of course, we got to move into our contact wash and use your favorite pH neutral car shampoo to do that. We are going to pair Yum Foam and Yum Wash, the most killer combo out there. So you really want a good car shampoo that's got great slickness, decent cleaning ability. Of course, we really tackled all that dirt and grime with our citrus and with our pre-foam, but this is just going to be great for lubrication to get that final contact, because of course we always leave something behind when we do a snow foam. Nothing is touchless in the detailing world yet, so we still got to make that really safe contact. So just use your favorite pH neutral car shampoo. Now we're going to talk products to finish off your detail. So of course, after you have that paint nice and clean, what we're going to want to do, just like we did on the wheels, is apply a sealant. We want to make sure that this paint is going to be protected against all of that pollen, all of the bird poop and all that stuff, because bird poop is acidic and it will bake in and eat at your clear coat if you do not clean it immediately. And pollen is an interesting geometric pattern, because you would think it would be smooth and round and it could just fall off the paint when the wind blows by. But what you don't really realize is pollen is such a jagged surface, it will scratch the hell out of your paint. So I really do not suggest dusting the pollen off of your car when you see it there, and also using a sealant to make the paint more hydrophobic and slick is going to help keep not only your vehicle cleaner for longer, but help against those micro marring that happens from the natural elements of dust and pollen that brush up against your car. This will help. Of course, it won't help scratching if I'm using improper wash method, but it will help against the marring from everyday life. Also add some mean hydrophobics. And then we're going to want to use a drying aid always, because again, we want to protect the surface from marring. So using a really high quality microfiber towel and also using a detail spray, quick detailer, or a SiO2 ceramic detailer. I really recommend using a ceramic detailer, especially if you haven't cleaned your car in a long time. It's going to boost the gloss, boost the slickness, boost the protection in combination with beads. So beads, I don't think has a, durability claim. It just says several months. So most spray sealants only last like you know, a month to 3 months at most. And detail sprays can last, you know, anywhere from a week to your next wash or even to a couple of months. So pairing these two together is going to be a killer combo for gloss, slickness, hydrophobics, and making your car easier to maintain in the long run if your car is not already ceramic coated. And then a product that I've really started using in my arsenal recently, which is a waterless wash, specifically Adapt by, whoa, crazy, specifically Adapt by Armor Detail Supply, because it has some SiO2 in it, which all it really does is it keeps the surface super, super slick to avoid marring and scratching, and it also adds just a little bit of protection, just a little bit, and a lot of slickness. So I really like using this in my door jams, but also like using this when, you know, those never-ending supplies of water start to run. You know, taking a microfiber towel, spraying it inside, wiping that up really nicely, avoids the water spotting and avoids marring from the towel. But what I've started using this for, and I've only started using this since the video came out, Armor Detail Supply came out with a video on how to clean glass, and in it they used their waterless wash, and I went, okay, I don't really know about this. It's not a dedicated glass cleaner. It doesn't have alcohols in it. You know what I mean? It's got some protection in it. You know, this is going to be bad on glass. But I really realized it's not, and it does a really good job. It definitely cleans the glass, and it also, what I really like about it is it leaves a super slick surface, because glass cleaners typically make the glass super grabby, because it's almost like using a panel prep on your glass. You're removing all the oils, all the slickness. So this is really nice because it helps your towel not to bunch up, and it also helps maybe make your glass cleaner for longer, especially on the interior, help stop against off-gassing, but on the exterior, help keep that glass hydrophobic, but also help keep the dust and pollen off that glass. Then we move into the cherry on top, the, you know, tire dressing. I'm using Yum Dress V2. This is something that I think everybody should be doing after a detail, because it kind of separates a detailed car versus a car that went through the drive-through car wash. You know who maintains their car or who likes to maintain their car. You know what I mean? Like, either they do it themselves or they pay someone to do it based off of the way the tires look. The tires will have tire dressing on them. And so go ahead, pick your favorite tire dressing. It's going to help to increase the longevity of the wall of that tire, you know, help against the browning to be pulled out, help keep all of that nutrients and moisture that the tire needs to stay alive and to stay healthy against cracking and fading. So yeah, use that tire shine because it looks nice, but it also operates as a lotion for the tire to help keep it super nice for super long. And just like that, with using some pretty awesome products, we get amazing, amazing results. Look at it. My car is so clean, so pretty, so shiny, tires looking fresh. Exterior is peak. I mean, just look, guys. Mirror finish, squeaky clean, super, super slick too. All right, guys, that completes the video, and that completes the detail of me showing you all the products that you're gonna need for this detailing season to keep the exterior of your car looking awesome, 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 awesome during the spring. Like I said in the beginning of the video, make sure that you go in the links down below if you would like to pick up any of these products that I used in today's video. Use code DPD10 to save you 10% off, and that 10% you get off, I get back in commission. Comment down below the products that you think you should be using this detailing season in the spring. And you know what, guys? There is a ton of different ways to wash a car. This is just the way I think you should wash a car during the spring and certain products, but there are a ton of different products you can use and a ton of different methods you can use. Make sure you hit like and make sure you hit subscribe. And you guys, if we get to 2,000 subscribers by July, we're doing a Dodger hat giveaway. So make sure that you're subscribing, make sure your friends are subscribing, make sure your mom is subscribing. I hope everyone had a happy Mother's Day. Shout out to all the moms out there. We love you, moms. What would we do without you? We wouldn't be alive without you, of course, but moms are so important. So make sure that you guys said Happy Mother's Day to your moms. And if not, do it now because your mom deserves it. Okay? I thank y'all for being here. We'll see you in the next one.